So y'all see how China is exposing how the way everybody been scamming us this whole time with all these quote unquote designer names, right? So I made a video explaining about the tariffs and why China is doing what it's doing and how it's going to really backfire on them, because it's basically dismantling the system that's already here that shouldn't even be here. So we all know a lot of people be working, busting their ass to make some bread to buy this quote unquote designer, but yet the people that wear the designer literally get it for free to promote to people that want to look like they're rich when really they're not, because they are oppressed in the system that's creating all of this. So think about it. Money was the thing that really separates families, right? On a deeper level, way deeper than you probably thinking right now. Let's just say on a level like this, let's say with working, like in jobs, right? Usually management is another race, and y'all already know what I'm talking about, right? And obviously they're working to pay bills. So these people in higher positions that's really stealing everybody money because they're skimming off the top of what the government is giving to pay these people. They now have the extra funds to buy this quote unquote designer or give people a quote unquote experience. In turn, basically giving them more power over this person more than they actually have from their spouse at home. So of course, some people might think this employer could actually give them things that they wish they had because they can't afford it. So they end up doing things that's basically compromising their spirit, making them a bad person because they always feel bad for what they actually did, for the reason they did it, when they know the reason they did it really don't even make sense. But just their need for some material items or something just to make them feel good temporarily. So when the cat is out of the bag, that all this expensive stuff, such as the designer stuff or these quote unquote experiences, which is these vacations or whatever you want to call them, because people do different things, but at the end of the day, it costs money. So we'll have people that sell their bodies, in turn selling their families for materialistic items. So all these materialistic items just become extremely affordable to where a teenager that's working a part-time job at a fast food restaurant can afford. That literally takes away their whole psyop. It even opens room for the vacations to have more experiences, because you're not trying to bust that ass trying to buy some materialistic stuff that just devalues itself anyways, because it's not even valuable. This alone can really change the relationship dynamic of families, because one big thing that always broke up families, usually the melanated people, is the money, bro. And almost every other race have more money than us as a collective. So they can literally come in and destroy our families at any point in time they want to for their own selfish reasons. Now imagine on things like dating, right? People will stop trying to date just for the experience, because people with money gives better experiences, obviously. And I'm gonna say physical experiences because they cannot match anything on a spiritual level. So both parties have money and can afford to live on their own. Plus, why would anyone use anyone else for money? That's literally killing all the fake relationships there is, all from materialistic items or quote unquote experiences. Because now, since everybody is stable, they'll rather have an experience with someone that they actually like. There's no point of using anybody. As we've been seeing, the whole world has been using America. We've been funding everybody. That's how they was making so much profit off of us, because we didn't know. Even though people like me knew and said it this whole time, but nobody want to really listen as a collective. You know, humans overall. Because obviously we already know there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that already knows this. But I'm just trying to explain that there's a domino effect of what China is doing. And it ain't good because it's literally exposing them too. But like I said, it's exposing the people in America. You know, like I say, people like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Dior, etc. They are the ones that's about to go broke. Because when people realize that they just been getting off on us, you know, upcharging 600+%, niggas ain't gonna fuck with that no more. You feel me? Because now they just feel used. Even though they wasn't really the ones buying it, but they were selling themselves for this fake items, bro. Think about that. They sold their soul. Now they're mentally messed up because they just been kept selling their body for materialistic items or experiences. And like I say, that causes the destruction of the family. But like I've been saying, everything is coming together for everyone to wake up and realize most of this life we've been living was all designed to oppress us. And even worse, make us do it to ourselves. Anyways, quick rant, but y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be gods. Peace.